UFOs are here, right? There's just no denying it at this point. UFOs are somewhere in this world, and it seems that we're getting visited almost daily with people capturing all sorts of weird sightings. Now, I've compiled some of the greatest ones that I could find over the past few days to bring to you guys, right? I vet these ones, and if I think they're a load of, like, rubbish, I'm not going to put them in these videos. But if I think that they're, like, there's something to them, and I'm like, what is this? Then I'm going to bring it to you. So the first one that we're going to look at with this being said is this was captured on a live broadcast, and the news anchors actually audibly react to the amount of UAPs that they are literally seeing, right? Now, I looked at this and I was like, at first I was like, oh, that could be anything. It could be satellites. But then I listened to the audio, and yeah, I think this is satellites. Take a little listen to this.
Are those fireworks? What is that?
They look like some fireworks or something.
Aliens? I don't know.
What the heck
Where
is
is that? You see it, right?
I'm actually, yes,
Okay.
I do see it.
Okay.
It's getting weirder by the second.
I know.
It's like they're sticking around.
We're gonna do some
Anybody?
digging and figure out what that is. Back in a moment.
Are we rolling on that?
What do you think that was?
Okay, I mean, with the context of everything that's going on, first I looked at it and I was like, could it just be like some kind of stadium lights? It is nighttime, you know, it's like live Fox 6 wake up time, you know, so it's pretty early in the morning. But then I watched it again and I watched how these things move. Now, take a little look at the footage with me, right? Watch how these things maneuver. Like, they just change directions, they dart about, they're like just left, right, center, they're up and down. They're all over the place, changing directions. And the fact that you've got the news anchors literally in the background, like, what are they? Trying to, like, they throw out the idea of fireworks. I don't think these are fireworks. They throw the idea out of aliens. You know, obviously that's going to be the go-to, and they're going to try and investigate. But they're clearly baffled by what they're witnessing. And do you know what? So am I. Look at these things. Like, they're just going all over the place. I don't know what these are. I have no idea. I've tried to look online to see if anyone's got any answers. You know, the comments have got some interesting theories about them potentially being some kind of flares. But, you know, flares burn out usually. And these things are very, very consistent. And none of them burn out. I don't think these can't be drones, because the drones obviously wouldn't leave like this trail behind them. So it begs the question of, what are these things? Are they real? Are they aliens? Are they human-made? I mean, some people, like, so I tried to, like, have a little look, and, you know, they came back later and were like, oh, they're seagulls. In what world are these seagulls? What kind of seagulls are these things? Illuminating seagulls in the night, leaving streaks behind them. Yeah. Case closed, debunked. That's some Arrow shit right there. But, yeah, it begs the question of, what are these things? They're definitely not seagulls like Fox Live wants us to believe. There's definitely something more to this. What do you guys think, though? I want to throw it out to you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. But the next one is one that's been taking the internet by storm recently. Now, Vetted did a really good breakdown on this, so go and check out his channel if you want a really good breakdown. But this is the video in question. It looks almost as if it's like a sun, right? That's how it's being described. It's like this sun disk UFO. I don't know how else to describe it. But if you take a look at the footage, it kind of speaks for itself.
What the fuck? Oh my god! What the fuck? Tata! Tata! Снимай! Моля се телефон! Моля се телефон!
Gdje sad, gdje?
Eno ga! What the fuck, nestalo?
Nestao?
Eno ga, eto!
Ne. Šta se dešava?
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Ne mora.
Ali vidi se ovako.
Kako je brzo?
What the fuck? Stavi na internet, tata. Majke ti. Otišlo, tata. Vidi koliko brzo. Tata.
Kako nisam brže vidio?
Otišlo, nema ga,
A
gotovo.
ja ti kažem donesi kameru, ti spraviš pametan.
Pa doneo sam.
Now, of course, apart from the colourful language, it's a very interesting video, right? Because he kind of zooms into this thing. He's clearly on some kind of Samsung stuff with that 100 times zoom, because the detail is phenomenal. And it does look like a sun, right? You know, you've seen close-up photos of the sun where it like kind of spits out these like lava flares, right? But obviously when we get closer into the video around here,
Dada. Dada.
there, you can kind of see the glaring detail of this kind of magma shape with this opening kind of slot here. Many have speculated that this is just the work of CGI. I'm not convinced that this is the work of CGI, because to track something like that with all the movement, it would be a lot of work. And someone has provided a very stabilized version of this clip, right? So as you can see it here, it's slowed down and somewhat stabilized, so we can kind of get a really good view of what this thing is. Now, interestingly, this thing, we can see it maneuvering towards the end of the original clip. You can see it starting to move before disappearing completely before the clip ends. And it, you know, it does make you wonder about what this could possibly be. Now, it's clearly nothing of this earth, and it's like radiating this reddish, orangey, yellowy hue. But is it a legitimate UFO? It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. In my opinion, no. Although it would be hard to map and track something like this for CGI, that doesn't mean it would be impossible. That's just my thoughts and opinions. But another clip that has really taken the internet by storm recently is a UFO that appears to be dripping, right? And I know that sounds weird, and you're probably wondering, how can a UFO drip? Well, just wait for it. As there have been a lot of reports and accounts of this dripping UFO being captured across the internet. So this is posted with a description that goes on as follows. A UFO was captured on the Long Beach Police Department's helicopter, showing what appears to be an unidentified craft releasing an unknown substance whilst hovering in the sky. Shortly after, the craft accelerates rapidly with the police camera following its movements. The object speeds along the top of the clouds before disappearing from the camera's view. The entire event was recorded using a FLIR camera system on the police helicopter. Here's the original video. And the police, now informed about Immaculate Constellation, I think it's important to revisit cases and try and see the similarities with information given and information provided. And this is part of the 3-minute clip that was captured. As we can see, something is dripping out the bottom of this. Whatever that is, I don't know. So the clip does just kind of go on like this for a long time, right? It's about 3 minutes of the same thing, but then we kind of get some pans out. So as we go to this point. So, obviously, with this coming from a police department, it adds a bit of credibility and a bit of leverage and a bit of weight to the video itself. It's clearly not fake. Why would the police department want to doctor a video to post on the internet or waste their time and valuable resources doing something like this? They wouldn't, would they? But then it begs the question of, what is this? What's leaking out the bottom of this craft? Is it being dumped? Is it leaking? Is it like a mothership with lots of other craft coming out? I don't think that's the case, because obviously we don't see any other craft shooting off in directions. But what is this? Now, there's a lot more information and a lot of other footage of these dripping UFOs that are now circulating off the back of this clip. Like this one right here that I found, in which someone managed to record a dripping UFO, quote unquote, from their phone.
Oh shit, what the fuck is that?
Now, I've got quite an outlandish theory. And you're going to sit there and you're going to roll your eyes and be like, you're an idiot for thinking this. But just bear with it. So, during the UFO hearing, Representative Nancy Mace asked Lou Elizondo if the crafts that are being seen are piloted by a being, or if the crafts are sentient themselves. Now, meaning, are these crafts life forms themselves, or are they being piloted by a life form, right? Like, it's like asking the question of, our cars are obviously piloted by us. We drive the cars. But if aliens saw cars, they'd be like, are they being piloted by the humans, or are the cars life forms themselves? Now, what if she's onto something here? What if the crafts are life forms themselves, and this dripping UFO is like, obviously we need to offload waste from our bodies. We offload waste when we go to the toilet. What if this is a sentient craft offloading waste into the atmosphere? I don't know. I know it sounds ridiculous and you're probably going to be like, you're a fucking idiot, but it begs the question, right? What if that is the case? What if this is just a craft offloading its waste? Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, a very different thought perspective there. But there is another a bit of footage. So obviously on the top, we've got the one from the 2004 footage from the helicopter that we've just watched. But on the bottom, we've got some footage from an Afghanistan military base. Now, both of these are recorded by reputable sources. The top one being the police department that we've already seen, and the bottom one being recorded by the military. Again, two representative bodies that wouldn't want to fake, well, don't have a need to fake UFO content, right? So, obviously, this one's the one that we've seen. This is the one from, and just more evidence of this quote-unquote dripping UFO. As you can see, just offloading what seems to be something from the bottom, dripping down, as we can see from the top, from the police department, this one from the military, two craft this time. Interestingly, they both have this orb-like shape. There's no definitive shape to them. and it was the same with the last clip that we watched. It begs the question of, what are these quote-unquote dripping UFOs? What are they dripping? What are they offloaded? And why has this only really come to the forefront now? What do you guys think of this? Obviously, I put out my theory. Maybe it's like a sentient craft. Maybe the craft itself is a sentient life form and it's offloading waste. Or is this something completely different? Is this like us going to Mars and offloading the Mars rover? You know? Are they like harvesting materials for like examination? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about these UFO clips down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.